Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Speak English Podcast. I'm David, and today we're exploring a powerful way to boost your fluency instantly by using a select group of words that transform your English.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Have you ever felt that no matter how much you study, your conversations still lack that natural flow? Well, today we're here to change that. We're going to show you 15 words that instantly make you sound more fluent in English, words that can make a real difference in your speaking style.
By mastering these words, you'll not only sound more confident, but also naturally connect your ideas. We're excited to share practical tips and engaging examples so that your English sounds smoother and more native-like from day one.
So, if you're ready to transform your conversations and truly upgrade your English, hit that subscribe button and let's dive into these 15 words together. Stay tuned and let's get started.
When we talk about sounding fluent in English, we're not just referring to grammar or pronunciation. It's also about the rhythm and choice of words. Certain words act like connectors, fillers, or softeners that help your speech flow more naturally and sound more like a native speaker.
That's right, David. These 15 words we're going to show you today are not advanced or difficult, but they're incredibly powerful. They help you express emotion, emphasize points, and respond smoothly, skills that make your English sound less robotic and more like a real conversation.
The technique is simple. Learn these words, understand how native speakers use them in real life, and then start using them yourself in conversations. The goal isn't to memorize, but to internalize how they make your English flow better.
These words often appear in casual conversations, interviews, and even presentations. When used correctly, they give you that fluent vibe. They show confidence and flexibility in the language, which is something every learner aims for.
Think of them as tools that help you fill in gaps, buy time to think, and connect your thoughts. Instead of struggling to find the next word, these help you keep speaking without awkward pauses, making the listener more engaged.
Also, when you use these words, you give the impression that you think in English, not translate word by word. That's a key aspect of fluency. These words support the flow of ideas and show your brain is processing English naturally.
And here's something interesting. Many fluent speakers use these words all the time, often without realizing. They've become part of how thoughts are organized in English. By adopting them, you're training your brain to do the same.
This isn't about sounding smarter or using fancy vocabulary. It's about sounding real, relaxed, and authentic. These 15 words are what native speakers rely on every day to structure natural conversation, and you can do the same.
Throughout this episode, we'll not only name the words, but give you practical examples and situations where you can use them. The more exposure and repetition you get, the faster you'll feel comfortable using them in your own speech.
So now that you understand what makes these words so important, let's move forward and explore how they work in real speech. You'll see just how simple but powerful they really are when you start applying them.
All right, now let's dive into the real stuff. We're going to show you how to use 15 powerful words that make your English sound instantly more fluent. These are words that help conversations flow and give your speech a natural rhythm.
As we go through each one, pay attention to the tone, placement, and emotion behind the words. This will help you sound more confident, relaxed, and fluent. Ready? Let's go.
Anyway, this word is great to move on in a conversation. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. It shows control over the flow.
Though, add it at the end of a sentence to soften what you said. I didn't like the movie that much, though. It makes your opinion sound more casual and natural.
Use this to clarify or explain. It's not that I don't like it, I just prefer something else. It helps when organizing your thoughts.
You know, this one creates connection and makes your speech interactive. It was so awkward, you know. It invites the listener into your thought.
Kind of. It adds nuance and makes you sound less rigid. I'm kind of tired today. It's softer than saying, I'm tired.
Like, yes, like, can be powerful when used properly. It was like the best day ever. It gives rhythm and helps when you're searching for words.
Well, use it to start or change direction in your thoughts. Well, I'm not sure about that. Very native-like and flexible.
So, it helps to introduce results or transitions. So, what do you want to do? It keeps things moving smoothly.
Right. Use it to check for agreement. You saw the message, right? It sounds fluent and keeps conversations interactive.
Sure. Adds confidence and friendliness. Sure. I can help you with that. A warm, simple word that natives use constantly.
Actually, corrects or adds info. Actually, I've been there before. Use it to sound precise and thoughtful.
Definitely shows strong agreement. That's definitely the best option. It adds clarity and conviction.
Just softens statements. I just wanted to ask something. Very common and polite.
Literally, for emphasis. I was literally freezing. Native speakers love using this to make things dramatic.
These words might seem small, but when used naturally, they instantly boost how fluent and natural you sound. They fill the space between thoughts and add depth to what you're saying.
And the best part? You don't need complex grammar to use them. Just start including them in your conversations, slowly and naturally, and you'll notice a big difference. Let's talk about the real benefits next.
When you start using these 15 words naturally in your everyday English, you'll notice how conversations become easier. People understand you better, and you'll feel more confident expressing your thoughts clearly and smoothly.
One of the biggest benefits is that these words help you sound more natural. Instead of sounding robotic or memorized, your speech will have rhythm and flow, just like a native speaker's. It makes a huge difference in how people respond to you.
They also help you organize your ideas. Words like so, well, and actually are like bridges. They connect one idea to the next, giving structure to what you're saying, especially when you're speaking spontaneously.
Another great benefit is that these words give you time to think. While you're saying I mean or you know, your brain can prepare the next part of your sentence. This reduces hesitation and helps you avoid uncomfortable pauses.
And here's something important. They show personality. Using words like literally or kind of helps express your mood or your attitude. You're not just speaking English, you're making it your own, which is powerful for fluency.
Also, these words are extremely versatile. You'll hear them in casual conversations, movies, interviews, podcasts, everywhere. So by practicing them, you're getting closer to the way English is used in real life, not just in textbooks.
You'll also notice that native speakers use these words constantly, sometimes without even realizing it. By learning to use them yourself, you'll connect more easily with others and understand conversations much faster.
Another benefit is that these words make you sound polite and more flexible. For example, saying maybe or just can soften your tone, making you sound respectful without being too direct or aggressive in your communication.
With time and practice, these small but powerful words will become part of your natural speech. You won't have to think about them. They'll just come out naturally. And that's a true sign of fluency and comfort with the language.
So if you're looking for a simple way to sound more fluent without studying complicated grammar, this is it. These words are tools, and when you use them with confidence, you'll sound smoother, clearer, and more native-like every day.
The first step is simple. Make a list of the 15 words we've shared today. Write them down in your notebook or type them into your phone. The goal here is to become familiar with the words and start noticing them in real conversations.
Next, Listen carefully to native speakers using these words. You can find them in interviews, YouTube videos, or podcasts. When you hear one of the 15 words, pause the audio, repeat the sentence, and notice how the word was used.
Step 3 is all about shadowing. Pick a short video or audio where these words appear. Play a sentence, pause, and repeat it exactly as you heard it. This will help you train your mouth and brain to speak naturally without translating.
After that, start using the words in your own sentences. Choose 2 or 3 words a day and create short dialogues or write journal entries using them. This step is about making the words part of your active vocabulary.
One helpful tip is to record yourself. Say a few sentences out loud using the words, then listen back. Pay attention to your pronunciation, your tone, and your flow. It may feel strange at first, but it's an excellent way to improve.
Also, try practicing with a friend. Choose one word and challenge each other to use it naturally in a conversation. This makes practice more fun and gives you the chance to get comfortable using these words in real-time interaction.
Another great technique is to read aloud using the words. Take a text or write your own script that includes several of them. Reading aloud trains your tongue and helps you develop fluency by building your speaking rhythm.
Step 8 is to reflect. At the end of the week, think about which words felt natural and which ones didn't. Ask yourself why. The more aware you are of your progress, the easier it becomes to improve intentionally.
Then, keep rotating the words. Don't try to master all of them at once. Focus on 3 or 4 each week. Use them often. Then move on to others. Gradual repetition will make these words part of how you speak every day.
And finally, be patient. Fluency doesn't come overnight, but with consistent practice and small daily steps like these, you'll begin to sound more fluent and confident because you're building real, natural English habits.
One of the most common mistakes learners make is overusing these words without truly understanding them. For example, using anyway after every sentence can sound unnatural if it doesn't fit the context. Always think about why you're using the word.
Another mistake is copying pronunciation without paying attention to rhythm and intonation. Words like literally or seriously have a natural flow in native speech. Mimicking the word isn't enough. You need to sound natural when using it.
Many learners try to use all the new words at once. That's a recipe for sounding robotic or forced. It's better to focus on 1 or 2 new words in your daily conversations. That way, they become habits rather than memorized vocabulary.
People also confuse similar words, like maybe and probably, or like and such as. They're not always interchangeable, and using them incorrectly can lead to misunderstandings. Always check examples and usage patterns before trying them out.
Some learners use filler words like well or so without purpose. Remember, native speakers use these to organize thoughts or transition ideas, not just to fill silence. So, if you're going to use them, make sure they serve a function.
Another mistake is ignoring feedback. If someone corrects you or if you notice a word didn't land well, don't be discouraged. Use that moment to grow. Fluency isn't about perfection. It's about being open to learning and adjusting.
Learners sometimes fall into the trap of using these words in the same sentence structures every time. Variety is key. Try using them in questions, in responses, and in different tones to truly explore how flexible they can be.
One more mistake is rushing to sound fluent. Fluency isn't just fast speech, it's clear, confident, and expressive communication. Slow down when needed and focus on how the words connect naturally in conversation, not just on speed.
Some learners avoid using these words because they're afraid of sounding silly or making mistakes. But avoiding them keeps you stuck. The only way to get comfortable is by practicing in real conversations, even if you mess up a little.
And finally, don't forget to enjoy the process. If practicing becomes a chore, you won't stick with it. Try to connect your learning with things you love, movies, music, or chatting with friends. When it's fun, you'll improve faster.
Here's a simple challenge for you. Pick 3 of the words we talked about today. Just 3. For the next 24 hours, try to use them in your daily conversations, whether you're speaking with someone or even talking to yourself while thinking in English.
To make it more effective, record yourself speaking. Choose a topic, like your daily routine or a recent experience, and try to naturally include those 3 words. Listening back will help you identify how confidently and clearly you're using them.
Another way to practice is by watching short videos or podcasts in English and writing down how native speakers use these words. Focus not just on the word, but also on the tone, the pause before or after it, and how it fits the conversation.
You can also turn this into a journaling activity. At the end of each day, write a short paragraph about something that happened and try to include 5 of today's words. This helps reinforce both vocabulary and sentence structure naturally.
Practicing with a partner can be powerful. Find a language exchange friend or a classmate and set a mini challenge. During your next conversation, both of you have to use today's words at least once. It becomes a game, and it's super effective.
If you prefer solo practice, try shadowing again, but this time focus only on the new words. Repeat short clips where those words are used and try to match the speaker's flow, intonation, and emotion. It's all about sounding natural and relaxed.
You could even label objects around you with example phrases using these words. Imagine writing "just in case" on your umbrella or "by the way" on your phone. It's fun and surprisingly helpful for keeping the words fresh in your mind.
Another great tip is to use social media. Write a comment on a video or a post using at least one of the words. Engaging with real content helps you build confidence in using English publicly, and it's a small daily win you can build on.
Don't forget that consistency is more important than intensity. Practicing for 10 minutes every day will help you more than studying for 2 hours once a week. Make these words part of your routine, and over time, they'll become second nature.
And finally, have fun with it. These words are not just tools, they're your personality in English. When you use them naturally, you're not just fluent, you're expressive, engaging, and confident. That's the kind of fluency we want for you.
We've covered a lot today. You've learned 15 powerful words that can instantly boost your fluency in English. How to use them effectively in real conversations, and the common mistakes to avoid. You also got some practical tips to help you practice.
Remember, fluency isn't just about knowing lots of words. It's about using them naturally, with confidence, and making English a part of your everyday life. The more you practice, the more these words will become second nature.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Did this episode help you? Have you used any of these words in your conversations already? Tell us your experiences, and let's keep the conversation going.
If you've made it to the end, that means you're serious about improving your English. So go ahead and leave a comment with the word fluent to show us that you're committed to your learning journey.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll never miss another episode, and you'll be part of our growing community dedicated to mastering English. Plus, we appreciate your support.
Also, if you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your feedback helps us continue bringing you content that matters. And remember, keep practicing, stay confident, and soon you'll sound even more fluent in English.